Thanks for sticking around on Focus on 5, but remembrance of 9/11 is so strong right here in mid-Michigan. Check out some of the several memorials that are planted all across the area.
The main purpose of our museum is to preserve fire history, to educate the community about that important fire history, and celebrate, or I guess more importantly, memorialize the contributions, bravery, and heroism of emergency first responders. We feel this is really, really important because it really represents a pinnacle day of starting with the challenge of the terrorist attacks in New York City, and then really the gallant and heroic response of fire service responders, and ultimately right in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the passengers on the plane that uprose and really saved another plane from going down in Washington, D.C. And so it's a way for us to really recognize and memorialize those major contributions. And to me, the mural shows hope that really arises from really debilitating and total destruction, right? That there was kind of a pole that was out there, and I believe somebody found a flag that came off a yacht and brought it up there, and it really was the rallying cry of really, again, this cohesiveness of the American nation to respond positively to this very disastrous event.
Okay, and discuss the other connection to 9/11 with some of the displays that you have here.
So we have a number of displays that center around important historic activities in September. So the most direct one is in our collection. We have the super pumper from the city of New York. It was at the time the world's largest single fire pumper. It to this day still holds that reputation. On 9/11, there were draws to the water supply that really caused really water shortages, and the Marine Division, so several fireboats, filled that in. And most importantly, and kind of the link back to the super pumper, is the Firefighter, which was an older fireboat from the city of New York, was the lead response boat, and that was designed also by the naval architect William Francis Gibbs.
And what does it mean to really have that, connection and to have that opportunity to display that history?
So I think most importantly, it's a way to have people, and particularly children, understand and try to remember and really keep that alive in their minds.
Let's talk about this 9/11 memorial. What made you guys go out there and get it?
They were starting to give municipalities, fire departments, police departments, EMS agencies, access to be able to get remnants from the World Trade Centers to be able to put memorials out like we did outside of our fire station. And it was a pretty long process. I think it was about a year. And once we finally got approval, we got a date when we could show up. And once that ball started rolling, we were on our way to New York to go pick up the piece of steel.
Why do you think it's so important for the city of New York to share remnants of that area with other municipalities across the country?
So even though it happened in New York, this affected not only the country, but it affected the world. We want everybody to be able to come and remember what happened, as we always say, never forget. So them being able to give out those remnants for us to be able to use for memorials was great, because now throughout the country, people can remember in their own way. Some people like to go to museums and see that, but some people on a walk could stop by and maybe just share a reflective second or just a minute just to remember what happened so many years ago.
All right, that was so great to see all of those memorials around the area. Well, today marks the 22nd anniversary of 9/11. When we return to Focus on 5, we'll have some coping tips for those who are having a hard time dealing.